All right, you guys, welcome to the Noble L Show. All right, you guys can join us on our email group. You can email us for that. You can join us on our online tutor school class, and you can join us on Noble L and Noble L the second. Like, share, subscribe. You can email us for the GSA bond templates to set off matters such as child support cases, tickets, citations, mortgages, foreclosures, auto loans, student loans, warranted for those of you having to see an agent, doing business as parole officer, as well as those of you in the churches doing business as jails for non-bond offenses. You can email us for the GSA bond templates to set off the matters and the 1099 OID to get back the finances they claimed you owed. Um, we ask you to please support us here. You can donate to the Mullings at gmail.com on PayPal. And here we go, you guys. Couple things they just sent to me. Thank you to Kiki Smith in Canaanite Land, Canada. Here's the second part of it, okay? So I'll put the link in the description below so you can support us there. Apparently, some stuff is going on in Canaanite Land, Canada, right? These guys are doing some stuff whereby they're telling the people not to travel, right? Internationally, what have you. In this particular newsreel, they're showing that they've been tracking two things. They got a letter apparently from these heads doing business as governance claiming that there was no flights out of Canada to anywhere, right? From these so-called agents doing business governance, only to find out that they were tracking them, right? They were tracking them caught red-handed, and yes, they were traveling, Mr. Agent doing business as clone, pure Trudeau, and what have you.
I guess silence is deafening. And I'll tell you, we've got Guy back to talk about the fallout of his flight tracking and his interview on Rebel News. So without further ado, here
the period of December the 24th to January the 6th, which in fact is absolutely incorrect because we have the picture of the two jets on the tarmac in Ottawa at 3:35 on January the 4th being pulled into the hangar as well. We have the transponder going off at 3:28. And, like that, those are Canadian government jets. We had boots on the ground. We have the pictures. Was answered in lockstep fashion. And guess the day I got it, David? I got it the day that your great video and great work at Rebel News broke. So interestingly enough, normal ATIPs take 30 to 60 to 90 days to process. I received a nice form letter from Canadian Forces and National Defense the day that your broadcast aired, saying that the government has no records of any jets flying between the period of December the 24th to January the 6th, which in fact is absolutely incorrect because we have the picture of the two jets on the tarmac in Ottawa at 3:35 on January the 4th being pulled into the hangar as well. We have the transponder going off at 3:28. And, like that, those are Canadian government jets. We had.
Guys, got that? So
shows that, and I was basically just not even given notice. So I immediately engaged a lawyer, and the rest of the story is we sent out legal notice to Facebook Canada asking them for the reason and the subsequent reason for any breach of community standards that occurred and why my account was disabled.
And Guy, I always find that incredibly frustrating when you reach out to these social media giants and you say,
it would lead now. And interestingly enough, David, 2 years later, he was.
Ottawa Facebook executive with ties to ruling Liberals was grilled Thursday about the preferential access to senior members of the Trudeau cabinet, even though no one from the social media giant, including himself, is a registered lobbyist in Canada. So
was appointed the director of Facebook Canada. So we have the former Liberal digital strategy leader for the election in 2015 appointed and anointed to the head of Facebook Canada.
Isn't it fascinating?
International authorities, isn't that a monopoly? How do you, it's not only that, isn't that a conflict of interest too? How are they going to be running the scene on one level and then in charge of social media on another level? That's not fair, right? You guys understand what's going on here?
A liar or an idiot, that was his words, because he was doing flight tracking himself, and none of this, allegedly, according to him, happened. So, what to believe, my friend?
Well, David, I kind of find it interesting that my access to information request made to the Canadian Armed Forces right after the January 4th exclusive by Rebel News was answered in lockstep fashion. And guess the day I got it, David? I got it the day that your great video and great work at Rebel News broke. So, interestingly enough, normal ATIPs take 30 to 60 to 90 days to process. I received a nice form letter from.
So here's what they're talking about. They were caught red-handed, right? Boy, traveling, you guys, they have $1 million houses in
Our camera
Florida.
only caught cars coming and going all weekend. And there was a fun summertime bicycle there, too. The Tory family owns a bunch of multi-million-dollar mansions in Florida, many of them near each other in the same gated community. No one is allowed in or out without passing through a strictly guarded gate. So we couldn't go up to the door to ring.
So right now it's like minus God knows what temperatures in Canada Island, Canada, right? They're telling the people that they're not allowed to travel internationally, or else they're gonna have to go through all these stringent detainment camps and what have you, right? Meanwhile, they have all these mansions, international authorities going around their asses up for war crimes against humanity, treason, and genocide and stuff. That's not fair, you guys.
Little people,
People
not
have
for
a
the
right to
ruling
life.
class.
Yeah, people have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness and property, right? So I just made a video here. You guys are welcome to watch this video on the other channel here where I talk about, I was showing what was going on, and I made a public affidavit. News, so you can sign the petition here, and you'll yes, and there's a petition to fire this Tory in doing business as mayor in Canaan Island, Canada. See, this hypocrite apparently has, I guess, some $1 million homes in Florida, you guys. So you guys are welcome to go and watch that there, right? And then I was showing you where you can go and sign the petition, right? So I'll put this in the link in the description below, right? And then I was reading here some stuff that they were sharing with us. The official announcement of martial law and legitimate military government in place. 12 a.m. on January 20th, 2021 was made on Friday, January 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. The official announcement of the arrest of Biden, as well as 355 congressmen and 109 senators, or 464 elected, on January 24th and 25th was made on the Sunday, January 31st at 4:35 p.m. 10:35 p.m. GMT time. All right. These announcements were communicated on the above dates and times to the American media, television, radio, and national newspapers, as well as to all worldwide press agencies, as expected by the legitimate military government governing America, as well as Trump and Q-Force. The official news has been 100% censored by all world's official media. The U.S. military government knew it and wanted it, as the Biden's and his party's coup. The legitimate U.S. government, also the U.S. media, to commit a high. Oh, they wanted them to commit high treason on censoring official communications from the legitimate government regarding measures of national security and immediate danger to the nation. So they're saying the Illuminati media of the Fourth Reich all fell into the trap. Oh, it was a trap. Okay. You guys can read that. Wow, wow, wow. You guys hear that? We're not playing that. It's not us. It's across the street, you guys. The Europe Defender 2020 was already stripped of its heavy weapons by the U.S. and forced under shift to follow U.S. Army orders. The U.S. equipment from the executive from this exercise never went back. And that guy Tory, he was saying that the people should be subjected to having the book thrown at them if they mess up, right? Meanwhile, his friend messed up, and he's saying he's going to stand by his friend, because that's what friends are for. All right, so even more equipment has arrived in Antwerp, which were possibly being used to lay siege to the EU offices in Brussels during an arrest. Something going on. The announcement of top banker from Switzerland about the no, I'm not gonna go there. I don't know about that one. Some of this stuff you gotta really read through it. Some of it's, yeah. Bilderberg governments, you guys, around the world are going to what? ARREST. Wow. Wow. Hmm. Oh, wow. In occupied Netherlands, a hospital is used as a concentration camp for people who oppose the government and their genocide programs. People are then forced to be vaccinated as suspected. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. What? CDC announces all travelers must wear 2 masks. Oh my gosh. Is that for real? Wow. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day. Remember to support us here. Please support us here. You can go to the Mullings at Gmail on PayPal. And for those of you who need a set-off docs for the JSA bonds and the 1099 OID and a bunch of stuff you hear us talk about here, you can email us for that at themullings@gmail.com, and you can email us for a private email consultation. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day. And remember, faith without works is dead. And yes, peace to the gods, you guys. Who's the gods? Psalms 82:6. We are. You are. Yeah. All right, you guys. Like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day.